We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. I'll ask for returns for you guys to smash that like button. Let's see if we can get this video over 40 likes. And here we are with MULN stock, Muln Automotive Inc. It's done a complete transition from the dip area to the rip area, and we have an article to talk about that is finally getting priced into the charts. And the question mark is this the beginning of a bigger run or short squeeze? We're going to break it all down in today's video. But while MULN stock was going up, the overall market was pulling downwards, and our SPY bot sent a bear indicator since 9:40 a.m. and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside and continued to pull down, and put options went up 300% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge over the charts, check out the link down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected to the SPY bot, the QQQ bot, our newly released Tesla bot, and we have other bots on the way so that you can receive the clarity and edge that you deserve within the volatility of the markets to maximize on opportunities in either direction. And this is my opinion and perspective alone, not financial advice, but volatility is here to stay, and having an edge and clarity over the charts makes all the difference to maximize on opportunities. It doesn't have to be 42 vision, but if you find value in what we share here and you want to join a community of members using these resources to maximize in either direction within the volatility, check out the link down below in the description. So here we are with MULN stock, big push up, full transition from the dip area to the rip area here based off the 30-minute, and still trying to hold itself up higher than where it started, right? Trying to form that staircase effect. So we have a lot to talk about today. I have an article to share with you guys, which is pretty big news of a partnership for MULN stock. But before we break it all down, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity I mentioned this morning over at the Discord. And as you see popping up here on the screen, these are some of the home runs I managed to find this week alone. And while it's not guaranteed to be this way every single time, we strive for opportunities like these every single day. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market and receive this edge and clarity of the charts, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So these are the two stocks I mentioned this morning. Both of them gave jumps of 5 to 10%, 10 to 20% plus, but one of them turned out to be a home run, and that was TOPS. We were looking for inflows to cross, and this is when we mentioned it in the pre-market in extreme weakness on 42 vision. The inflows began, they hadn't crossed towards the bell, but full strength here, giving a 10 to 20% plus jump, pulled back down, and then it got a bull indicator. Inflows crossed the midpoint, full strength on 42 vision, and it gave a highest point of 50% plus within minutes, guys. If you guys want to receive this edge and clarity of the charts and know about these stocks early on in the pre-market, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord, our 42 vision indicator. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. So here we are with MULN stock doing a complete transition, as I stated earlier in the video, from the dip area to the rip area and starting to form that staircase effect. And the question mark is, could these newer highs hold? And we have an article to look over that is very important and crucial to the current move and what it could mean moving forward. I'm going to pull up the bull and bear indicators, which you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected to the SPY bot, the QQQ bot, our newly released Tesla bot, and we have other bots on the way so that you can receive the clarity and edge that you deserve within the volatility of the markets. And you can now join the members using these resources to maximize in either direction by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds the extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. Slots are now open for those interested. Once again, the link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator and our inflow versus outflow. So this is the first bull indicator that pops up in the bull and bear indicators on 42 vision since way back here on September 16th at 53 cents, guys. This is super important. We were looking for this, and it needed to find support at around 35 cents. If that got broken through, 30 cents was the next support, and below that was 25 cents. And I stated that is pretty far down. I cannot see that happening. But if it does, to not be surprised and be prepared, right? But here we are, we're above 30 cents. We got back above 35 and we're fighting to get above 40 cents. And I talked about that in yesterday's video. That is a pivotal level, and then we can start talking about higher levels. Another thing we were looking for is the 30-minute for those inflows to cross. This is the first time the inflows cross since way back here on August 31st, and the stock was at 62 cents and it went up to 74 cents, right? And since then, the outflows have dominated. And even in this run here, I stated if the inflows did not pick up and the outflows continue to dominate, all it took was one bear indicator and further weakness, and it was going to pull further away or continue downwards, and those outflows dominated. But since this dip here and all throughout this dip, the inflows have been picking up, but not enough to impact the chart. So there's been more outflows as they continue to dominate within that inflow volume. And here we are with inflows actually having some strength and now dominating over the chart. And now we have some key things to look at here together based off the inflow versus outflow and the bull and bear indicators on multiple time frames. But let's go ahead and look at the article I was talking about so we can break down the key levels here within multiple time frames, such as the 15-minute, the 1 hour, and the 30-minute with the 42 vision and the inflow versus outflow. So this news came out 2 days ago, right? This article. It states here, Bollinger Motors actually went ahead and announced a joint development to produce last mile refrigerated delivery electric truck. Now, Bollinger Motors, keep in mind, SENS Stock now has a 60% stake in it, right? $148 million into it. So whatever's going on with Bollinger Motors affects indirectly and directly SENS Stock. Now, when that news came out, SENS Stock continued to go lower, and a lot of investors were ignoring that news. Turns out that this news is bigger than expected, and this is pretty big for the company's growth, right? And while the market was falling, right, and it continues to go to newer lows here as we speak in the last several days for the SPY, the QQQ, and many other stocks in the EV sector having downward pressure or sideways action, SENS Stock had to pop up. Now, this is the prototype here, right, in the photos that you look up, and this is big, right? They're actually gaining some type of value based off of this news, right? And the whole point of acquiring, right, Bollinger Motors and also the company ELMS that they're trying to go ahead and do a bid on, and they have a deposit, which we've talked about in previous videos, that is super big because they're trying to add value to the company. But I have broken down how investor sentiment has looked at it, because these risks and these stakes in these other companies to try to add value to SENS Stock is all on depth, and this company is not profitable yet. So more depth, less profit, more risk, and it's a penny stock at these levels. So big stuff going on here, guys. I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below. Some people knew about this information, some people didn't, and as I'm doing this video, SENS Stock in the aftermarket hours is breaking out. So let's break it all down here. The first thing is SENS Stock needs to stay above 40 cents. That's a critical support level here for this to continue to try to hit newer highs. And then the highs that we hit today was 44 cents. We want to see this try to break out above 45. And in just a moment, we're going to talk about higher levels if that's broken through. But let's look at something very interesting here. The inflows for the first time have crossed. We were watching this very carefully in our previous videos, and I've talked about and emphasized it. And this bear indicator got canceled by a bull indicator. But the last time inflows picked up was back here on August 31st. The stock was around 61 cents, 62 cents, and it went all the way up to 74 cents. Super important to keep in mind that the inflows went all the way up towards 0.09, and in the last three times that we saw it, actually 4 times, reach those levels, it reached around 0.08 to 0.09 on the inflows. Now, if you look at where we're at right now, it's not guaranteed that it's going to go up to that point or it needs to stop there, but we're currently at 0.07 and it has room to go higher based off the history of what inflow versus outflow has shown us. Now, when you zoom into the 15-minute, you could see here that the inflows got crossed here and the bull indicator popped up, full transition from the dip to the rip area. And right now it's in a rip area, but these outflows, guys, when you look at it, we're below the midpoint on the 15 minute. They're red, and the highest point it reached in the inflows was 0.09. So I'm going to be watching going into Monday this bull indicator, if it doesn't get canceled by a bear indicator, if it continues to dominate over the chart, and if these inflows can cross back up over the midpoint and continue to hold strong and actually roll over into the 30 minute to continue to push up higher or hold itself up above the midpoint. Because if that 15 minute here starts to continue to pull down lower or stay below the midpoint there, it could actually roll over into the 30 minute and start pulling this right back down. And this turns out to just be a momentum movement or just a little bit of a dead cat bounce, right? So we need to see how much strength does this momentum really have. I'm going to be watching this going into Monday very, very closely. Now, on the 1 hour here, when you go ahead and zoom out, you could see that the midpoint is still super far away, but we've transitioned from a dip area, white with red borders, white with green borders, to dark green bars and a bull indicator on the 1 hour. So I'm going to be watching closely if these inflows could start to pick up, even if they don't cross the midpoint, start getting closer to it or trying to cross it. That's going to be super important, so it could start reflecting in the chart. And now this bear indicator has been canceled, and we want this bull indicator to continue to hold true and have domination over the chart. Now, here on the 30 minute, again, we want to stay above 40 cents. If that gets broken through and outflows start coming towards the midpoint, or if it even gets crossed, the next support is 35 cents. In between that, you could use 38, 37 cents as points of reference to see where the bulls and bears are battling here, trying to gain control over the chart. But we want to stay above 40 cents, and we want to see this actually break out above 45 cents to the upside to continue the strength over the chart, right? And stay away from this midpoint. Now, if 45 cents does get broken through to the upside, we want to see this start going towards 47, 48, and then break out above 50 cents. And if 50 cents is accomplished, the next level is 55 cents. I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below. Do you think the shorts are covering? Is this a dead cat bounce or the beginning of a squeeze, guys? I look forward to seeing your comments down below. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to watch those bull and bear indicators, these inflow versus outflows, to continue to have strength, especially on the 15 minute. Since it's right now below it, we want to see this cross back up. And as always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.